The news you can count on. Mayport to Ponte Vedra Beach. The Island Times News Update begins right now. Here's Tom Patton.
Welcome to the Island Times News Update. I'm Tom Patton. Neptune Beach has finalized its pilot program to allow backyard hens in the city, the end of a process that has gone on for 3 years. The program will allow for 25 households to apply for a $50 permit to keep as many as 5 backyard hens. There are stringent restrictions on the placement of the chicken coop in which the hens must be kept. The council will evaluate the pilot program in July of next year to determine if it's working and if it should be continued as a permanent ordinance. Councilor Rory Diamond offered an amendment to the bill that would have restricted the pilot program to only the R1 and R2 zoning districts on lots of 7,500 square feet or larger, which would have kept backyard hens largely off properties east of 3rd Street. Diamond said that he's heard from dozens of his neighbors east of 3rd who are concerned about people keeping chickens on small lots near the beach.
What I've suggested is a middle ground for everybody. So the pro-chicken folks could get a pilot program, and my neighbors would get some peace of mind that we're going to start with R1 and R2 first and see how it goes. And if it works with R1 and R2, then we can expand to R3 and R4, no problem. And so that's the basic idea, is to give this a half step.
But Councilor Richard Arthur, who has championed the backyard hen initiative from the beginning, countered that the point of a pilot program is to get an idea of how it works in all areas of the city.
If there's people east of 3rd or people west of 3rd, in this case you're talking about R3, people west of 3rd with a 60 by 100 foot lot, it's not big enough under these standards. There's people for a 7,500 foot lot, I mean that's a big lot, and you're talking west of 3rd, I mean it just doesn't make sense. There's no evidence to support what is needed here.
The amendment failed on a 3-2 vote, with only Councilor Diamond and Vice Mayor Scott Wiley voting yes. The council then moved on to the main ordinance. Vice Mayor Wiley continued to oppose allowing backyard hens in Neptune Beach. He also said the bill was unclear about what happens when the program ends.
At the end of the pilot program, when it stops, what do we do? I mean, do we just, one day we wake up and the pilot program is over? I mean, how do we judge it? What's the criteria and all that? I don't see that spelled out.
The final vote on the backyard hen ordinance was 4-1, with only Vice Mayor Wiley voting no. The city staff now has 30 days to come up with an application form for the backyard hen permit. Anyone wishing to have backyard hens must also complete a program offered by the Duval County Extension Office. The Neptune Beach City Council has voted to hire City Attorney Patrick Krichowski as a full-time employee. The council met last week in a special meeting to discuss Krichowski's contract. He's worked under contract for the city as an attorney with Gray Robinson, PA, a law firm with offices in Jacksonville. Under the new contract, Krichowski will be paid a base salary of $120,000 per year plus benefits. He will also be allowed to practice or teach law separate from his contract with the city, as long as such work does not interfere or represent a conflict of interest with his responsibilities for the city. The Atlantic Beach Commission will take an initial vote Monday on an ordinance establishing an Environmental Stewardship Committee and a Tree Subcommittee. The ordinance establishing the 2 panels are the result of work done by the Beautification and Natural Resources Preservation Advisory Committee. Initially, each committee would have been established separately, but after subsequent discussions by the Beautification Committee and the City Commission, it was determined that only one establishing ordinance was needed. If it's approved on Monday, it will be moved to the July 24th meeting for a public hearing and final vote. When we come back, Colorado forecasters say there could be more hurricanes than originally forecast. This is the Island Times News Update.
The news you can count on. The Island Times News Update will be right back.
Beaches Academy Child Care Center in Jacksonville Beach has been offering affordable, loving child care to families in the Beaches communities for 35 years. Conveniently located on Penman Road, Beaches Academy offers care for children from infants through preschool, with programs that encourage learning and outdoor play. Our affordable tuition means families can get quality child care at a price that fits their budget. Contact Beaches Academy at 246-3885 and schedule a tour of our center. Beaches Academy, the child always comes first.
Welcome back to the Island Times News Update. I'm Tom Patton. University of Colorado forecasters Philip J. Klotzbach and Michael M. Bell say that they're now predicting an above-normal hurricane season in the Atlantic Basin. The forecasters say the odds of a significant El Niño in 2017 have continued to diminish, and most of the tropical and subtropical Atlantic remains warmer than normal. With the increase in the forecast, the possibility for major hurricanes making landfall along the U.S. coastline and in the Caribbean has increased as well. As is the case with all hurricane seasons, coastal residents are reminded that it only takes one hurricane making landfall to make it an active season for them. The forecasters now predict 12 named storms for the remainder of the 2017 hurricane season. There have already been 3 named storms in the Atlantic Basin this year. They now say there's a 62% chance that a major Category 3, 4, or 5 hurricane will make landfall somewhere along the U.S. coastline this year, and a 39% chance there will be a major landfalling hurricane on the East Coast, including the Florida Peninsula. The Florida Department of Transportation has started work on a pedestrian and bicycle lane on the Atlantic Boulevard Bridge over the Intercoastal Waterway. The new lanes will include a 12-foot bicycle lane and an 8-foot pedestrian path along the eastbound span of the bridge. A 32-inch concrete barrier will be installed to separate the bicycles and pedestrians from the vehicular traffic, topped by an aluminum rail. The work will be done on weekdays and some weekends. There may be lane closures between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. weekdays. No lane closures are allowed at peak travel times, on holidays, or during special events. The project is expected to cost about $2.2 million and be completed in early 2018. And Beaches Watch has moved its regular monthly meeting from the first Wednesday of the month to July 12th due to the Independence Day holiday. The July 12th meeting will be held at the Beaches branch of the library at 7 p.m. Scott Shine, District 2 representative to the Duval County School Board, will be the featured speaker. Shine will be providing an update on Duval County School Board issues, school performance data, the search for the school board superintendent, the Duval Schools budget, and upcoming plans for Beaches schools. Right around the corner, we'll check the forecast for the weekend. This is the Island Times News Update.
The news you can count on. The Island Times News Update will be right back.
Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning in Atlantic Beach offers a full range of residential and commercial heating and air conditioning services, from new installation to replacement and remodeling. Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning can keep your home comfortable year-round, and they offer preventive maintenance contracts to keep your system running at peak efficiency. Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning is an authorized Bryant dealer and will service all brands. For year-round comfort in your home or business, contact the original Charlie's Tropic Heating and Air Conditioning at 241-1788.
The news you can count on. Mayport to Ponte Vedra Beach, forecasting your beaches. This is your local look weather.
The National Weather Service says we can expect just a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms over the weekend, with a better chance of rain on Monday and Tuesday. Highs will be in the mid to upper 80s, with lows falling into the muggy mid-70s. The Island Times is always digital, always free at theislandtimes.com. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter to be the first to know about stories posted on the Island Times. I'm Tom Patton. Thanks for watching.